Wednesday, March the 22nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East along with you here on this Wednesday morning. There's a look during the 5 a.m. hour from our Greensboro Tower camera. Pretty quiet stuff. Dowd YMCA camera looking toward Bank of America Stadium. Pretty quiet as well this morning. There's a peek at our temperature at 58 degrees in Charlotte. Again, as I cut the video, notice the flags flying and a northerly breeze there on Bank of America Stadium. Drier and cooler air moving in. Now, there was absolutely nothing cool about yesterday afternoon. Look at these highs regionally. 89 in Birmingham, Alabama, 87 in Jackson, Mississippi, Columbia down in South Carolina at 89. It was 87 in Fayetteville, 79 in Asheville, approaching 70 in Boone, Raleigh at 82. Everybody I-40 and points south in the Triad, 80 or better. In fact, even up to 84 yesterday in Burlington, 87 in Gastonia for a high yesterday afternoon, 84 in Rockingham, and officially in Charlotte, 86. One off the record, by the way, there in Charlotte yesterday. Now, temperature's still pretty mild this morning, but this much cooler air to the north is moving on in. And we have about a 48-hour stretch here of some chillier weather before another big warm-up occurs as we head into the weekend. Now, let's talk about the storms yesterday. This is what the radar looked like early this morning, those showers and storms exiting out into the Atlantic Ocean. But had a big complex of storms originate in Middle Tennessee yesterday midday and then work southeastward from there. Many of these storms were quite intense as they worked through the region yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. Had some big-time hail producers down in the parts of the upstate of South Carolina and then in the parts of the southern Piedmont of North Carolina. Look at all the storm reports from the past 24 hours. Wind and hail, your primary severe weather issues yesterday, and I'll focus here on a couple of the issues around North Carolina. And again, just to highlight a few of the reports here, you look up here in the parts of Lincoln and Catawba County, had some 1-inch hail. North side of Charlotte, some hail greater than 1 inch in diameter. Had even $half and golf ball size hail in northeast Charlotte, around Harrisburg. Rockwell had some railing blown off of a front porch and some quarter-size hail. So just some pretty rough thunderstorms temporarily moving through yesterday evening. There's the rain totals, very, very unevenly distributed, but some areas with the heavier thunderstorms did pick up over 1 inch. Most folks much less than that. All right, high pressure building in now. That is a cooler, drier area of high pressure. And as they, for instance, look at the northerly winds in the Triad region today, that's bringing in that much cooler and drier air. Here's what we're going with for highs. Cooler today, and then the colder spots in the Piedmont areas will have a light freeze tonight. Certainly the mountains and the foothills, good chance for a light freeze. And again, even the colder spots in the Piedmont, look at Wilmington, even at a 34 tonight. Tomorrow, sunshine in full force. Tomorrow's the cooler day with highs in the 50s in many North Carolina locations. And then Friday, after a chilly start to the day, there you go. There's your Friday morning lows. We start a nice warming trend. Friday afternoon looks like that. By the time Saturday afternoon rolls along, there you go. Highs up into the 70s. Now our next storm system then approaches. I think Saturday we're dry. But then as we head into Sunday, there comes the opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms. Now let me show you more on this here with the detailed modeling. Here's the European 500 millibar chart valid today. There's our previous trough swinging by. Here comes the next system. This is Friday evening. And then as you get into Sunday morning, that piece of energy is moving in. Another trailing piece behind it that then will play a role in our weather Tuesday. All right, so here we go. Today, breezy with this cooler and drier air arriving. High pressure, the main weather player tomorrow, but then as that high slides well offshore, the return flow gets established, so highs begin to warm up nicely on Friday and Saturday. I think the timing of this next system is such that here in the Carolinas, Saturday should be dry for most of us, but then by Sunday, a scattering of showers and thunderstorms. Monday, relatively quiet away from the coast, and then Tuesday, again, a scattering of showers and thunderstorms on the way. All right, that is it for the latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.